I'm going to cater to you the exact same way that I expect for you to cater to me. Now, I may not spend as much money as you, but I may be a little bit more
Why not?
thoughtful. First of all, I'm an entrepreneur.
Don't feel attacked.
No,
I'm talking
not,
about most
okay.
women, like, you know what I mean?
Sensational.
I hate when you showing a motherfucker what you done did for your significant other, what you done did for your boo, your baby, whatever you want to call him. And they be like, oh, I would have never had, or you a good one. I wouldn't. You wouldn't because you couldn't. You ain't because you can't. Flat pockets. Flat purse. Don't sit up there and think that a man's supposed to give. And you just supposed to take. Like, these men like to be spoiled too, especially if you got you a good man. If you got you a good man, it ain't nothing wrong with tricking a little bit on your man. Like, y'all be acting so bummed out. Like, what's you buy a nigga high and ready shit like, oh, I would have never brought him no breadsticks with it. Like, damn, he can't have no breadsticks and no marinara. He can have a little Coke or a little Pepsi. Like, I would hate to be with some of you girls. Like, seriously, y'all are just poor. And I really hate that for y'all.
Am I really gonna wait until like I'm 37 to possibly meet that? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I just can't get out there. I don't want to like look for somebody. And at my age, it's like, where am I gonna go? I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not gonna go to a bar. That's the last place I want to meet someone. I go to church and I don't meet anyone there. Like, apps is never again in my life. I'm not doing that ever again. I'm traumatized. And my friends are all married, have kids, or divorced, and it's just like my circle when you're getting closer to 40 is so much smaller. So
No, but I just realized that I actually can't ever date any man because they're gonna want to do things like go fishing or go diving or go hiking or leave the apartment, and I just don't know like how to tell somebody like I don't do that.
Like, most women get married because they want financial security. Why else would I tie myself down to you, have your children, if you're not going to take care of us?
Because I love you, you love me. We can sleep in a sleeping bag outside. We love each other.
Oh my God.
That's why you get married, right?
No.
Okay. If he loves her, he's going to grow with her and love her. The money.
Nobody cares about that.
That's why the world is messed up right now. Because these women think money is the end all be all.
If you had a daughter, you would not want her with a man who has nothing and just loves her.
I'm not going to allow my daughter to marry a guy just because he got some money.
Yeah, because
and I don't know he really live. If he's undying love, he loved his, and I know that, right? Just like I know he got, so we're going to put it on two scales. I know he got $100 million. I can see it. I know it.
Yeah.
And I can see and know this man love my daughter with heart, soul, do whatever for, good, bad, rich, poor. I'm going to go with this side. What is money? They both going to die anyway.
Okay. Dating in your 30s is so different than dating in your 20s. Stay with me now. I feel like in your 20s, you think you have the rest of the world, the rest of the time in the world to figure it out, right? You feel like you have 10 years to make mistakes, grow, figure it out as you go, that when you get into your 30s, you're feeling like, all right, I basically took a whole gap year, 10 years in my 20s, and now it has to be serious. Why? Because time is ticking.
Y'all, I literally hate men, and it's so funny because today I was like, I'm gonna record my gym routine. I never get approached by anybody at the gym because I'm in and out. I know exactly what I'm doing. So of course I was recording my routine. I was cleaning the treadmill. A man decides to come over to me, and I was recording, so I just kept the camera going. I'm gonna show you this clip.
Wait, that's all you do?
Cardio and abs. Well, I'm a professional dancer, so I dance every night. So just a little warm up.
Are you like an actual dancer?
I'm an actual dancer. Went to school for it.
Every time I hear dancer, everybody looking at me like it's at that club
Yeah.
down the street called Tootsie's or something.
No. At the club down the street called Tootsie's. Man, if you don't get... I'm done. I gotta go.
Dating has truly gotten to the point of so unserious for me, and just something to have a giggle with. Like, some guy said he was barking, or like on all fours barking at my photos, so I was like, okay, send me a recording then of you doing that. And he did. And then I just sent back, good boy. Now I've agreed to go on a date with him. Like, I've given up on trying to find like a future partner who like makes me want to have children one day, and I feel like I've just decided to have a laugh, have a silly time while I'm still here. Because have you seen the news? It doesn't seem like it's gonna be for long.
There is nothing guys like more than going to the movies. I don't know what it is, but the amount of men that I've spoken to that are obsessed with going to the movies, I'm like, y'all good. The other day I was talking to this guy and he was like, you live in such a good location. And I was like, oh, thanks, because like the subways. And he's like, nah, because you live right next to an AMC. I was like, what? Who knew that? These men go to the movies alone. They have like Regal Cinema, like yearly passes. And I'm like, what's happening at the movies? Like, is that like the new Equinox steam room? Because what's going on in there?
Oh, God. Men in my comments, you should try to date a regular guy. Why would I do that? For real. The passion that boils in my bones, the desire, the decisions I've made every single day, the hard work I've put into myself, and you want me to just go get a guy with a regular job? Be so for real. Be so for real. It's no disrespect to those men. You guys are valuable. You are God's creatures. I love you. But do I want to mate with you? No. The passion that I put into my everyday life, the grind, the consistency. I'm a serial entrepreneur. My businesses are thriving. I'm so proud of me. And you want me to just date men for any old reason? No. Like the way that I'm building my family and my empire, I am scouting your genetics. This isn't gonna work for me, babe. I don't want you to have 12 kids all over the earth. Oh no. That's embarrassing for me. I'm judgmental. I hate how everybody tries to act all perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm judgmental. I'm judging all of y'all. And I don't want no parts of that. Your decisions are showing up in your life. You have the job you have today because for the last 5 years, you thought it was playtime. It's not playtime for me yet. And I've known that probably since I was about 16. I've seen the struggle of my family for generations. And I was like, I'm going to be the one to change this. And now you want me to go mate with some guy that has a regular job? What does that even mean? What is a regular job? If you're talking about NFL players and athletes, when have you seen me date an NFL player or an athlete? What are y'all even talking about? I've dated one person in the limelight for 6 months as a fun fling. And now you want to put it on me like no, I've had 2 boyfriends my whole life. I'm very selective. And I'm not disappointed in that decision. But now I'm definitely more thorough. I'm still young, but I'm not 21. I'm not just out here, oh, let's go have a good time. Give me some money. No, I'm getting money. I'm not dating. I don't know what you mean when you say go date a regular guy. I want to date a man whose passion and desires have been showing up every single day consistently. That to me is so sexy. You're hungry and you're eating. I like that. I like that. You respect yourself. You respect your family. You like your bloodline. Yeah, come over here. But a regular guy who's just getting by, who's okay with the bare minimum? Way. I work too hard. God made me too special. No.
I feel like sometimes modern women, because they get in a certain mindset to where they think, oh, because he's working a regular quote unquote 9 to 5, then the man isn't ambitious. But there's a lot of people that work 9 to 5 jobs that are ruthless, that are cutthroat. That's where you get stepping on anyone to get ahead, throwing somebody under the bus, a dog eat dog. That's where you get stuff like, oh man, he climbing the corporate ladder. Oh, that guy's a go-getter. That's why we need somebody with the entrepreneurial spirit. More and more we hear that term. So just because that person is quote unquote regular in society doesn't mean they don't have the same drive as you. They're just taking that drive and using it in a more structured and established, a lot of times, position or place.
All right, single girlies in the 30s, come in, hurry up, quickly, sit down. Let's talk about it. Dating in your 30s is kind of like a shocking experience. I don't know about y'all, but like I never saw myself here, right? I never thought I would be here. In fact, when I went to college 10 plus years ago, I made up in my mind, I was like, I'm leaving here with a degree in a man. I'm leaving here with something like a whole new bachelor. with degrees, I'm leaving here with my husband. And in fact, I did freshman year meet what I thought was my husband, and it didn't work out after 10 plus years. But nonetheless, I'm just thinking right now, like, I never saw myself dating in my 30s. And this, every time I get dressed for a date, I'm shocked. Utter disbelief. Like, is this my life? Hey, how are you? What's your favorite color? What? 30?
He got me to go on 3 dates with him. Not 1, not 2, but 3. You know how special you have to be to get my ass up to go on 3 dates with you?
Modern women seem to have this thing to where they think they're special or more unique than what they actually are.
How is it that I just went through over 50 matches on Hinge? Like, literally it said 50 plus. I'm pretty sure there were like 70 matches. I X'd every single one except for 2. And like, mind you, my friends, they always joke, they're like, Grace, you give people like the benefit of the doubt that like don't deserve it. Like, I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I matched with 2 people. Something you can admire about men is their audacity. Some of these, I was like, shoot your shot. Okay, I get it. 2, just like, I knew dating in New York was hard. To be fair, like, I have not given dating in New York a fair shot. Like, I really haven't been on the apps, like, really doing anything. I'm kind of hoping I meet someone in the wild, or just who even knows. But now I understand why girls are so disheartened by dating, especially in New York City. Like, this is wild. And then me and a couple of girlfriends went out for my birthday, and we were at this nice bar, and one of the girls we were with is married, and so she like wasn't really worried about meeting anyone. But you know, me and my girlfriends were out, we look good, we're having fun, like, we are pretty girls. And my friend who was married called me the next day, and she was like, I don't know how you guys do it. Like, there were so many cute guys there. You guys are so hot. Not one single guy went up to our group. And she was like, I don't know how you're supposed to meet someone when the dating apps suck and then guys don't approach you. Holy moly. Oh, this is quite the adventure. Comments like these crack me up because, let's be real, I am fully aware I am not the prettiest girl in the room. Like, I know when you walk into a room, I'm not the prettiest girl, but I'm also fully aware I'm objectively attractive. Like, I know I'm a good looking girl. What I find so hard about dating apps, which is something that like has to do with me, and I'm sure a lot of people experience this. I take good photos. I know I'm pretty, but where I actually find myself most attractive is in my personality. That probably sounds really cheesy, but y'all, I tell you, I'm like, I know I'm not the prettiest, but once you meet me, you're gonna fall in love. Like, I love myself. I love my personality. I have so much fun with myself. And I think when I'm on dates, like, a lot of guys have fun with me too, because I think it's more about my energy than it is my looks that make me attractive. But comments like this are so funny because I think it's hard to define someone's league as just what they look like. You have to get to know a person, and that is why I hate dating apps.
And this further proves my point. And this is why men don't approach. Oh, we're bad. How are men not approaching us? Because you're not that pleasant of a person. Men don't want to be around that. Men have specifically stopped dating. Men have walked away because modern women don't seem to realize that they're not as important as they portray themselves to be or they think they are.
Now, I usually be all for the woman. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to being a girl's girl, that's me. I'm gonna pick a girl's side over a man's anytime. But you know what? Unfortunately, due to situations like this, I'm gonna have to rethinking it. It would be crazy out here. Because imagine being in the NFL for a short period of time, right? You're living your dream, life's good, you got your girl, she got going on, you got going on, cool. But then you start suspecting that she up to something fishy. So you hire a private investigator who then finds out, oh, girl is cheating on you. Like, yes, your fiance, soon to be wife, is cheating on you. Cool. Wow. So, you know, get out. 2 weeks, for 2 weeks straight, you're telling her, like, I know what you've been doing. It's over. Cut off the engagement. I need you to leave my house. Like, period, point blank. It's not for debate. It's something I want to talk about. Like, you gotta go. For 2 whole weeks. And then 2 whole weeks, she's refusing. I'm not going nowhere. Cool. So finally, it's the crazy evil Knievel idea. I'm a woman. Let me take advantage of this. I'm about to go destroy this man's house because he's telling me to get out because I got caught cheating. Tell how crazy. And then on top of that, oh, you thought that out? That's all you was gonna get? You're getting destroyed too. I'm about to kick you, bite you, scratch you, all this bitten, right? And then still proceeds to decide, hey, I'm going to flip this. I'm going to take this up to the furthest notch to really ruin your life. I've ruined your house. I've ruined you. Now let me literally ruin the rest of your life, okay? Let me call the police and say that you started the physical altercation with me. It was all self-defense. You literally just tore me up, broke me down, did the whole nine, right? Not to mention, hey, you're a black man, so they're definitely going to be on your ass. And you're in the NFL. That's not supposed to be. That's not supposed to be a thing. Yeah, they're definitely gonna be on your ass. Let me go ahead and call and do this. They come, they arrest him, and now you get slandered all over the media. All over the media because this crazy ass girl got caught cheating and decided to take advantage of you and really, really, really dish your life up. So everybody's bashing you. You're losing deals, you're losing this, you're losing that. Just for it to all come out that it's not true. She's really Satan from down below, y'all. Ain't that so crazy? Like, I really feel so bad. They talked on his name, owes him an apology. And this is why, to go back to the beginning of the video, this is why I said, although when it comes to certain cases, it's pretty clear which side you need to take. When it's like this, y'all really got to start looking. This is coming from a female, okay? Like I said, normally females always be quick to take female sides, but wrong is wrong. Y'all really got to start looking into this. It's one thing to jump to conclusions behind closed doors, but when y'all get on the media and start acting plum fool and start trying to bash people's name and really tarnish, like taking this to the point it's damn near unrecoverable just to find out you're wrong, and now all he gets is a sorry. Y'all gotta start doing y'all research. Y'all gotta start holding people accountable and stop past people, because I'm sure there's some people that was on her side, as they probably should have been, you know, friend, sister, mama, brother, cousin, whatever. But you gotta know your peoples, and you can't put nothing past nobody. It's two sides to every story. Three really, but y'all know how it goes. So this is Buck Wild. More of the story is, start looking. Make the situation even worse is that people already don't be quick to believe women. Women already got to fight and go to the first extent of getting people to believe something as little as somebody punched you, okay? So it's really cute when people condone this and they support this. That is literally so foul to me, to know that it's people out there that think it's okay because you got caught doing something or you didn't get your way, whatever the case may be, to orchestrate a lie to really tear somebody down. A man, a black man at that, that's so foul. Like, that's really foul. Like, y'all gotta stop. If you have a friend, a sister, a mom, whatever the hell, they be out here doing it, y'all need to get them in check, because it's gonna be to really make an example out of one of y'all. Like, it's never been cute to lie, but to ruin somebody's life over a lie is like that. Like, that's bonkers.
Why do some men want to FaceTime you before you go on an actual date? Like, what is it that you're looking to achieve via a FaceTime call that you can't achieve in person? I don't get it. Especially if, like, when we meet on an app, right? Where we match on an app and my pictures are up to date, my profile is verified. What is it that you want to FaceTime for? Like, but I mean, maybe I'm alone in this. I'm kind of old school. Like, any person I've ever dated or been in love with, I have met in person. So, like, the telephone, the texting, the calling, it's like, you're not gonna really get someone's energy unless you meet in person. You have to, that's part of dating, especially when you're on the apps. You have to take that risk and go out and meet someone. Like, you wanted to FaceTime, it feels like you're trying to like interview me for a job, and I don't like.
No, most men are not going to continue to take a $300, $400, $500 risk just to meet you and see if it works.
The child. Yes. You and your husband and your child go out on your sailboat. Okay. If sailboat gets shut, it's sinking.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save? The child or your husband?
Look, I would choose my child's father because we can make more children.
Men don't care about your degrees. It's not attractive to men. And you using your degrees to make you feel good and thinking you're better because you have a bachelor's or master's or whatever, it doesn't matter to men, okay? So stop using that as your thing to lead with, okay? Because men don't care about that. We don't care. You mentioned, like, oh, when you get these degrees, you become nasty. Like, maybe some people do, but I would say the large majority of people that I've encountered, because a lot of people I'm around, they have bachelor's, master's, and further. They're not nasty because of that. If they were nasty, they were nasty even before they got it, okay? So it's not the degrees. It really is just the person who was before the degrees. And the fact that you're trying to tell women, oh, well, don't lead with that, you know, men don't care about that. Who cares what the men care? But women spend years, even decade, in school to achieve something, to get something and they got that goal after dedicating years of their life towards it. Yeah, I want you to feel good about yourself. I want you to be like, yo, I did that. I want you to be like, yo, I got a nice car. I did this. Yeah, because all that work you put in, I want you to flourish. And I want you to be proud of it. And I do not want you to dim your light because you're trying to get a man.
Struck up a conversation with this girl that was like from Europe, and she was visiting Toronto, and she just was like, by the way, like the men here, they just don't like, they don't approach you, or like they'll find you attractive and just kind of like do nothing. And I was like, yeah, welcome to Toronto, sis.
Do y'all think that's a product of just society as a whole? Because American women have that same sentiment over the last 5-10 years, been vocal about men not approaching them. So now men are like, all right, well, y'all have been the loudest talking about y'all don't want men to approach us, don't approach me, don't talk to me if you see me in public. Like, so now we're following suit, and now it's like, well, y'all not trying to approach. I'm like, which one is it? Like,
I think it's how you approach, though. It's not always just about the approach. I think it's how you approach. Sometimes it comes off a little.
I think it's how attracted you are to the person
That
when
too.
they approach you.
I notice female do that. Women do that too. Like if a man's not attracted and they approach them and they're not interested, they're like, "Oh, this guy's a creep."
Get my
But if
pepper
he's
spray.
fine now and he comes and it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
like it's a
For
little
sure.
different.
I see
Yeah.
You want to know what it's like being old and married? I just found my Valentine's present. Still wrapped. Real cute though. Like, are these earrings? Because I would wear some tortellinis. But yeah, he forgot. You know what I got him for Valentine's? So, surprise. Oh, and it's March 13th.
When people be saying stuff like they don't need a man, I'm like, I'm gonna just white people smiling. Be quiet. I'm gonna sit this one out and just listen because I don't have no input. Need them bad. Them kids that we had together, bad. They don't know that because I've never told them that, but I cannot do this by myself. Not just financially. In every category, I just cannot do this. I'm pregnant right now. I can't even get me a glass of water. I need him for any and everything. Tire low, need him. Trash stinking, take it out. Rent. Car payment. Like, I'm an adult, but he's a real, you know what I'm saying? He's a real. I'm just here. I can't decide what we eating every day. I gotta ask him because I run out of ideas. He has good ones. You know what I'm saying? I'll be quiet. I stop talking. I start fiddling on my phone. I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. Don't know what you're talking about at all.
Men, please, talk to us.
I can tell you right now, it's much too late for that. Guys have been telling y'all for years what they wanted in y'all. Y'all was either too much for them to handle, you had bad attitudes, loud and obnoxious, and it's the generalization. It's not all of y'all. It's some of y'all that has made it bad for others. But you know what? I'ma hope and pray for the best that y'all get a chance to change, and hope these brothers don't change their minds and leave all of y'all to fend for yourselves, for nobody to protect you, to provide for you. But that's right. That's what y'all wanted, right? Y'all wanted to be strong, independent women. You got your wish. I hope the best for you.
Serious conversation here. What should a girl do if she sees a guy? I just saw a guy in the train and he was so handsome. And he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. And it's like my stop is about to happen anytime soon. And I didn't know what to do because I thought, okay, maybe I should just give him my card, but then I didn't have my wallet with me. So it's like I like my card with my information. And then I'm like, damn, the point is that I get how you guys get nervous because I could never. I decided to let that man go instead of me going up to him and saying, let me give you my number. Do I have to start carrying cards so I can just give my card and dip? Anyways, give me some advice.
Okay, but let's talk gym etiquette real quick. So I hate how the guys that are weird in the gym have made it hard for the regular guys in the gym, bro. I mean, like, girls come on the internet so much talking about how they don't want anyone approached in the gym and how people be saying weird stuff and stalking them and doing this different kind of stuff. And the nice guys hear that and they try to respect us. And we love that. But it's like, I don't want it till I want it. And I want it from who I want it from. Like, I don't want it till I want it. And I want it from who I want it from. This guy, he was so handsome. Just right now, today, right now. So handsome. And like, he was trying to do his little one. And like, I was seeing it. And I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you could tell he was trying to go out of his way to make sure that I wasn't feeling uncomfortable. Green flag. However, he never said nothing. So it's like, dang, it's like, if the gym was really a safe space, he could have said what he had to say, but it's not. And so he has to be on the defense, and I respect that. So when I finally do, I might have to talk to him. Does that sound like me? But tomorrow if I see him again and we do the little musical chairs we were doing today, I'm about to say something. Like, we spoke today, but he spoke and anyway.
So today on another episode of Why I Cannot Stand Men, I was at the grocery store the other day and this guy walked by me and told me that I needed to smile. And so I rolled my eyes at him because how do you not know that that is completely inappropriate? And his reaction was to scoff and ask me why I can't accept a compliment.
Nowadays, these men is not giving women no flowers. They not opening women car door. They not doing none of that. Nowadays, all these men is want is a little... That's it. They don't want to do nothing. And it's very sad.
I'm just wondering if there's any real men left in this crazy world who not married, not just trying to bang it out, who actually like wants to date. Like, date me. Make it make sense. Why does nobody want to date? Look, I know I'm old and single for the first time in a long time, but I can't be the only one, right?
My therapist got tired of me talking about therapy. He was like, how's school? How's work? Da, 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 da. If I needed your help with that, I would be talking about it in therapy. I need your help with relationships. Baby, I'm 24 years old with 5 degrees, making what I'm making, doing what I'm doing. I don't need your help in my career, in my academics. I need your help with the men.
You guys, I just can't find a single man that I like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just keep going on these dates and I find myself getting bored. I'm bored on these dates. It's draining. I feel like I have to make the conversation. I have to like really make things flow. They're not flowing naturally. And then dating gets draining and it's just a circle. It's a circle. You know what I mean? Where like, I just don't know. I think it's the apps, because here's the other thing. People are like, oh my God, you go on so many dates. They're app dates. They don't count. Because in real life, if you're meeting people and then you're saying yes to dates, you already have an idea because you've met them in person if you're interested or not. So already you're light years ahead, okay, of somebody going on a dating app date where you're judging it off of what photos and a few prompts and maybe a little conversation via text. Like, no, it doesn't count. So now in this day and age when you're like, oh my God, why are all these people going on all these dating app dates? Because we don't know these people. They're strangers. They're strangers. This isn't like a date that a guy asked me on that I knew in real life and like already had a little bit of a crush on. Okay, that's why people have more luck when they actually date in real life. The problem is everyone's antisocial these days. No one's meeting in person. So if no one's meeting in person, everyone's meeting online. We're all just going on 1,000 dates and not meeting a single person we like. Or at least I'm not meeting a single person I like. And maybe, you know, you could be like, Renee, you're the problem. Maybe I am. Maybe I am, but I still want to date a man I like. I'm so sorry.
What's going on, fellas? I'm going to read a couple of comments here, and I want you to stop me if you've recognized a couple of these. So Ruth says, and then the ones that I like don't like me back. Huh. Maya says, this is so real. I rarely in capital letters, find a guy I like. And when I finally do, what's the next part? Complete that for me. He doesn't like me. Michelle says, maybe you recognize this one. Same. And I'm 37. Wow. I wonder where we've heard that before. I wonder if there was a man somewhere in the world who might have tried to warn you about this while you were sitting out there playing around. Man, that's crazy.
When the women on pop the balloon because of the man's outfit, and that man is well articulate, he's tall and handsome, has a career, no kids, he's talking some sense, he has a relationship with a guy, and they'd be like, oh, I popped the balloon because I didn't like your outfit. You're cooked, sweetie. You're cooked. Cause your mama and your aunties ain't put you on game. That outfit ain't nothing but a thing. It ain't nothing but a thing. It ain't nothing but a, baby, I love seeing you in cream sweaters. All right, I'm gonna go back to rotting my brain and watching Pop the Balloon.
A lot of men are masculine, and just the women are beating that masculinity with masculinity, and that's why they just can't even get it. And they have unrealistic expectations too. You're a 4, but you want a guy who makes $100,000.
So you don't think a woman that's unattractive deserves a man that makes over $100,000 a year? Strictly because she's unattractive?
Because if you're unattractive, that means you're unattractive. That means your mental and everything's unattractive.
That's not true.
Yeah. I'm talking about, for example, if a woman looked like you, but they vibrated low, they're unattractive.
But that's not what Kevin Samuels was talking about. He was strictly talking physical.
Was he?
Yes. He said, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't use 7.
Even if we're talking on the physical, no, she doesn't deserve that, because you're now asking for a man who is in the top 10% to settle for just you. Why would a man who has income, who now has options, is what he would say, why would he settle for you who's 5'2", 280 pounds, you got 2 kids, and you talking about you want a man that makes 6 figures or more? That makes no sense. Your SMV, as he would say, sexual marketplace value, is low. What am I getting from choosing you? If that's the case, why don't I get another woman who is 100 pounds less than you and give her my income? The modern women have unrealistic expectations. Their expectations are way out of place when you look at men's expectations. They want men that 6 feet, 6 figures. You got to be good in bed. You got to do all of this stuff. Give me your income. Then why am I choosing you if I'm so perfect? Why would I choose you? That makes no sense. They have unrealistic expectations. And there's so many of them. That's why I'm single. You ask me why I'm single. They have unrealistic expectations. Like, you met me. How tall am I?
Probably like 6'1".
She thinks I'm 6'1".
No.
I'm gonna go with 6'1".
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10" and a half.
Oh. You felt so much taller than me.
Is that I am much taller than you, but that's my honest height. And I asked you that because I stand near men all the time who are 6 feet. And I'm like, you could barely notice it. You're not that much taller than me. It's literally 1.5 inches. Yeah. And that's like a requirement for them. So even a man who's successful like myself, well-educated, 5 degrees, I make 6 figures. I'm learned. I'm God-fearing. They don't even know what they mean by God-fearing. And I'm the type to inquire, like, what do you mean by God-fearing? Oh, believes in God. And I'm like, which God? Oh, the Bible. They follow the Bible. And then if you speak biblically to them too long, they get turned off. You don't really want God-fearing there. You can't even stand Bible study. So, like, they don't even know what they want. That's why I'm saying they are the ones who have fell farther away from it, and they're making this whole dating situation more difficult. That's why you even see the shows now, Kendra G, how they date. They say they want a God-fearing man, and then they ask you what's your zodiac sign. I'm like, that's a direct contradiction of biblical scripture. You're not even supposed to follow that.
A lot of women say they want a good man, and if you are a good woman, you deserve a good man. Let's be very clear about that. But something that you have to understand, ladies, about having a good man is that women feed relationships. And let me break that down for you. A woman's presence, a woman's words will make or break a man who is in love with her. If you have a man that truly cares about you and truly values you, there's nothing in this world that you can want. There's nothing in this world that you can desire that he will not make possible for you, or at least do everything in his power to ensure that he can make it possible for you. Because men are naturally providers. And it's not just financially. It's in all ways that make sense for your betterment and the betterment of your family and your relationship. But something you have to understand, ladies, is that y'all are the one that plants the seeds in the relationship. And let me explain what I mean by that. A man can give you a seed, and I mean an actual seed, like a plant, not like, to birth a baby. And that seed can be an idea that's going to take your lives to the next level. And you can do one or two things with that seed. You can either water it and make it grow, or you can do absolutely nothing with it and it dries out. Do y'all get where I'm going with this? So essentially, the impact and the influence that you have on a relationship will make or break it. You can turn that man and yourself and your family into multimillionaires, or you can help lead him into poverty. You can be that backbone and create a healthy and stable foundation for your man and yourself and your family, or you can be the backbone and tearing down the structure of your home. Women are extremely powerful, but a lot of y'all don't realize that. And the moment you realize that and have good intentions for your power, watch yourself, watch your man, watch your family become unstoppable. Stay safe.
Yo, I'm real life stupid. Like, I did not realize this man was sitting here flirting with me. But mind you, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm not even thinking, period. This man comes up to me in my job and he was like, oh, how are you or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm cool. And then he was like, it's a nice day outside. I'm like, yeah, it's a little cold though. And he was like, yeah, but you know, it got warmer once you stepped outside. Me not really understanding what it meant. I'm like, only a little bit. He was like, no, a lot. And I was like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Mind you, it's like probably like 40, 50 degrees. So I'm like, no, it only warmed up a little bit. Like, so then I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I felt so stupid. But obviously, like, who's like, I'm used to, oh, hey, Ma, you got a fat ass. I'm not used to shit like that. I'm not used to no pickup line like that. Like, what? But that one was smooth. Like, you got your creds, babe. You got your creds.
You know, while she was saying a lot of this stuff, the only video that kept on popping up into my mind was this one.
Why do men not understand hints?
That's crazy. Apparently women don't understand hints either.
A message for the men who are watching me. I only have 10 words for you, and that's it. Don't let a piece of tail take you to hell.
At this point, I'm tired of hearing this 50-50 conversation. Get in the field. In the economy, you need incomes. I don't give with sex. You need incomes. There is nothing wrong with helping your man out with the household that you have with this one. They be like, oh, well, my mom and my dad. So when your mom and dad was living, houses were like $40,000, $50,000. But you know how much it is now? Please. You know how much rent is now? Shut up. Help your out and shut up. Cook, clean, do that, and contribute to the household. And shut up. Please.
Y'all, I've really been single for 6 years. As I'm sitting here eating my food, I'm thinking, maybe I am the problem. Maybe it is me. Maybe I need to work on being more open and trusting. Maybe I should start taking some accountability on that. Maybe that's why I'm alone. Nah, yeah, it's not me, it's them.
God, send me the lamest, the most 9 to 5, the most you got on the block. A straight 9 to 5, a blue collar, hard working. You get off work, you come home, you grab a beer out the refrigerator, and you sit down, you watch basketball game, football game, whatever. You take a shower and you go to sleep. That's how I want you coming. I don't want to hear, oh, what's the word? There ain't no word. Oh, okay.
Hold on, because I'm trying to understand. And to the bougie ladies, y'all can help me understand in the comment section down below. What you mean y'all leaving y'all men? Y'all hard-working men that make sure they provide his food on the table and sometimes got clothes in your back, and even that's not his job. I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she got clothes. You feel me? I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she keep her nails and her feet done. What you mean you left the man because he can't afford you? What you mean? What y'all mean? Then y'all got women under the comments on my post about eating that Longhorn and Outback saying, well, the men need to stay out of their DMs or stay out of their way if they can't afford them because they not eating that Longhorn and they not eating that Outback. So what you want to eat? He put food in the crib. Cook it. It's not his job to do. It's not his job to buy you Fendi, Gucci, Chanel. It's no value in that. A man in his right mind ain't finna do that. Now hear me out. It's a plus when you ask a man, babe, I need my nails and my feet done, and he pay for it. Babe, I want this bag, and he buys it. But it's not mandatory. He don't have to do that. And if he tell you no, that don't mean you leave him, or that don't mean he can't afford your lifestyle. That's ridiculous. You finna die with 9 cats and 2 dogs, and no ring on your finger. And there's a lot of men leaving these women because they really like, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't be with this girl because I can't afford her. He got a job, he paying bills, and he keeping food on the table. And y'all still making the men feel this small. Oh, well, you can't afford my lifestyle. Or every time I ask him for money, he say no. You should have a job. And it's a plus if you have a job and a man tell you keep all your money. What you doing with your money? It was a time when us women couldn't work and we fought so that we can work. You got a job now. We can work. Go accumulate your own money. You want a $5,000 bag? You go buy it. You want $7,000 pair of shoes? You buy it. It's amazing, and it's a plus if we do find a wealthy man that'll be able to do that for us. You feel me? But it's not mandatory. And y'all got the nerve to be out here making real men that's working feel this little because they can't buy you a pair of $7,000 shoes. Not everybody's rich. Not everybody's wealthy. Some people just making it. And y'all got some nerve. And we already on a shortage of real men. Half of them is either dead or in prison. And y'all want to take advantage of the ones that's out here providing for their families and working, putting food on the table. Giving you money here and there. And that's still not enough. Y'all out here making posts talking about I had to leave him because he can't afford my lifestyle. Get a grip. A real man knows the value of $1. It's a man's job to lead and provide. It's not our job to lead, because God knows if us women had to lead, we'll drown ourselves in a damn hole. You gonna die with a turtle.
Anybody have tips on how a single mom can fit in dating when she also has a full-time career? How do we do that? How do we make that happen? Where do you even meet people? Like,
I don't know. There's a lot of single moms that are boss babes that can figure it out. That can do it all without men. They don't need any support. They don't need any direction. They don't need any guidance from a man. So what are you even looking for?
I don't know about y'all, but like the thought of just having a man just really like make me complete, because like I don't really like being outside. Like I like being in love. I like love. I love love. And it's like when I be cooking in the kitchen, it be for me and my daughter. And let me tell y'all how delusional I am. I literally will be in the kitchen acting like I'm cooking for, and it be for me. Like I just love love. The streets is not for me. Outside is not for me. God, I know you heard me. Amen.
Y'all see how y'all bet on prospects every week and don't get nothing out of it? You could take that girl out to eat and not get nothing out of it either.
Right.
Or you could buy that girl something and not get nothing out of it either. I don't know, just like...
You're stupider than you look, because you got to understand. You know that when they bet on prospects, they're trying to win. And if they don't win, they might crash out, lose it, because what they wanted, they didn't get. Now with you and your human brain, you got to get, like, if you going to use the same logic, you can't get mad at a man for trying to get something from a woman. If that's how you think, you can't be mad at him for trying to get something out of a woman by spending money on her. Because you just said they be on prize picks, trying to win and winning nothing. You know them boys be mad as hell when they be winning nothing and losing all their money. Why would you want to put a man in the same headspace as a sports gambling website? It is you, a whole human. Think about it. He gonna be just as mad at you for nothing when he just spent all his money on you, as he would for spending all his money on a gambling addiction and winning nothing. And then y'all get on the internet like, I don't know, one day he just started hating me. I don't get it. You look like a bad gambling addiction. That's all you are.
Whenever men get in your comment sections or come to you in the middle of a conversation or whatever and say not all men, just know.
Just know what? I can't wait to hear how we're going to spin this one today.
That even though they may come across as a good guy, they're probably not.
Because why? They dared to stand up against bigoted thinking and stand up for themselves by in fact saying that it is not all men, and I might add, it never has been. What type of person actually demonizes an entire demographic because of the actions of some?
Understand that the whole not all men thing.
Please explain why an entire group of people is guilty of something.
Men are deathly afraid of each other.
No, they're not. But go on.
And their fear of one another speaks volumes, doesn't it? Because why do y'all fear each other? Why would y'all be in such fear of each other if your nature was so wonderful?
I must say, it's almost admirable, really. The amount of dedication that some individuals are showing in regards to trying to, in fact, demonize an entire population of people based on characteristics that they cannot control. What exactly is the overall goal and the point of doing so? Why try to stereotype an entire population of people?